Well, rather not today. What, like 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago-ish? I played Link's Awakening on the Game Boy in preparation for this coming out right here, this thing right here. I played that game, and today it came out. And so I went to 2 different Targets, and neither of them had it, even though their website said they had it. And then I went to Walmart, and they didn't have it. Turns out it was at the Walmart. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I don't like that. Look. Why is it? I don't know what to do about this. I can't go any wider. This is the reality that we live in. Okay, anyway. Turns out it was next to all the, like, Nintendo garbage. So it was next to, like, the games. Isn't that weird? It was in the aisle. And I guess they were trying to advertise it as, like, it came out today, so they were separating it. They were putting it away from the generic Lego stuff, and instead they were putting it with different items that could entice you and give it more visibility. Anyway, so my Lego story is I've always liked Legos. When I was a child, I wanted to be not an Imagineer. I did want to be an Imagineer, but I wanted to be a Lego designer. What are they called? Master model builder. I wanted to be a master model builder, and I thought that what I had to do was there's nothing on this side. Okay, what I thought what I had to do was this side's more interesting. Was enter a competition. I thought that I had to be on a game show, and I had to win the game show in order to get onto the show. Onto the job. And turns out that's not necessarily true. You can work at like a Lego store or a Lego Discovery Center, or you can just apply for a job at Lego, or you can like become famous online and then use your clout to get a job. Like there's a lot of ways to get a job at Lego. But I watched this guy on YouTube named Master Builder Alec or something like that, and he works at like Lego Discovery Center, Arizona. And so I've learned a lot about what being a master model builder is from him, and most of it is building stuff. Most of it is building stuff and hanging out with kids, like getting kids to create, getting kids to do stuff. And knowing me, knowing who I personally am, I don't think that job would have been great for me. I don't think that I could have been locked in the dungeons just making Lego, just making up sets and new spaceships and shit like that. I don't think that they really do that. I think that it happens a lot of just like different type of creativity. Anyway, I do really respect what they do, and some of the ingenuity that they come out with like the way that they build is very, very impressive. And so anyway, because I wanted to be that as a child, I bought a bunch of sets. I got like 1, maybe 2 sets a year, maybe one for Christmas, maybe one for my birthday, maybe I saved up some money and bought something, and it was usually like a $50 to $80 set, right? So like maybe something small, maybe something big, and never super expensive. I never got any of the super expensive sets. I think the most I ever spent of my own money was like $120 maybe. But one day I was hanging out with these kids, and I was at his house, and it was a group of kids hanging out, and one of them, the kid that we were at, he goes, "Oh man, you like Legos, right?" And I was like, yeah, I do. And he goes, "Well, I'm getting rid of a lot of my childhood stuff." He was like 15 and he was like 13 and I was 10 or something like that. And he goes, "Do you want my Legos?" And he had like this big bin, this huge bin of Legos, and like a moving bin. And it had like a locking top and everything. And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, you can have it." And I was like, "Okay." So I put it on my skateboard and I wheeled it home, and it was like 8 p.m. So I'm just like wheeling it home in the dark on this little shitty Walmart skateboard. and the only thing guiding me home was streetlights. Luckily, he lived next to my elementary school, so I knew how to get home, but it took me like an hour. Anyway, eventually, I moved a bunch of times. I would buy new sets as I got older, more Star Wars stuff. And then eventually, I kind of was just sitting there, and I was moving these Legos again for like the 15th time. And I was like, I haven't played with these Legos in a decade. Like, I was 26, and I was sitting there, and I was like, why do I have these Legos? I haven't played with them in forever. I've taken apart all of my sets, and I've just kind of compressed them into this container. And the last thing I did with them was I washed them, because I was like, I don't think these have ever been washed, even before the kid gave them to me. I washed the Legos, and I was like, in my bathtub, and I was like, what am I doing with this stuff? Why am I moving it around? It's so heavy. It's like 100-something pounds of Legos, and or more. And so I gave it to my friend who has 4 children, 3 daughters and a teenage daughter. So 4 daughters. One of them's not going to play with them, but the children will definitely play with them. And so I gave them to him, and I asked him like 4 or 5 months ago, hey, you still play with those Legos that I gave you like 2 years ago? And he goes, yeah, man, I literally stepped on some last night. I can't get them to clean them up. They're everywhere. Teenage daughter is not a child. Well, she is a child. She's fully paraplegic, fully disabled. So, she won't be playing with the Legos. But she definitely enjoys hanging out with the other kids while they play with the Legos. And she really likes watching movies with me. So she has things that she can do with me. Stop doing this to me. I've done it to you twice, haven't I? Well, anyway, so let's get into building the set now, huh? I'm going to be real. This was $64 after tax. Apparently Costco had it for like fucking like $15 cheaper, but your boy don't have a Costco membership. Your boy doesn't have none of that shit. So like, yeah, I'm not doing none of that. I kind of don't want to destroy it. I kind of want to like keep this. This cover is really nice. I kind of want to cut it and keep it on my wall or something, but I'm not really like that type of Lego fan. Like, I don't keep the boxes for anything. I throw away all that shit. So I'm gonna rip apart the back, but I'm gonna try to keep the front safe. I hate to admit it, I'm really tempted to get this. It looks so cool. I only got it because of that game right there. And that's why we played that game, because I saw this Lego set and I was like, you know what, man? I want to play that game again. So here we are playing the game again. Well, we played the game again. Now we're building the set. I played the game to convince me to get the set, and now we have the set. It was my favorite game. I think it might be my favorite Zelda game of all time, as you guys learned during my playthrough of that game. And why'd they put look, they were like, shove your thumb through this, and then they made it like much easier to just pull up the edges. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, stickers. Wow. I'm going to fuck that up, everybody. All right, let's get rid of this box. So my water has been off for about 2 hours now. I was laying in bed, chilling, as I do, because it's my day off. And I was just kind of waiting for stream. Crawl, what does the white space refer to? What white space? What does white space... Oh, you mean my title screen? This sounds to me like you need to play Omori. Sounds to me like you're missing out on a life-changing event, sir. There's a game called Omori. Here, I'll flash it on screen while I talk about it. So there's a game called Omori, and I wouldn't say it's my favorite game. It's one of them. Yeah, it's a really good game. Don't look anything up. Just play it, man. It's like a Earthbound styled game. Earthbound style. Anyway. Hello, kitty. Come here. Yeah. I put your stream up on a massive 120-inch projector. It's too much hand. Ari, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Harry, don't act like you don't like it. Why would you do that? Why would you be like, you know what's great content to go on my massive projector that's like on my wall of my bedroom, of my basement dungeon? You know what would go really well there? Crawl. I guess, you know what creature would go really well there? Look at the camera. Look at the camera, stupid. There you go. Oh, what a baby. He's purring so much. Oh, that was so loud. Good boy. Okay, goodbye. What is that emote? Why is that strawberry like? Oh, it's waving. I thought it was angry. It looks angry. I thought it was on fire, but it sparkles. I legit thought it was on fire and it was like fanning the flame. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Ari. My desk is covered in cat hair now. You can't really see it. Why is Omori not on Steam Autumn Sale? I mean, I don't know. It's not that expensive of a game. It's probably going to be on the Steam Winter Sale, though. It's an old game. It came out in 2020. Fix it. Isn't Omori super cheap anyways? Yeah, dude, I think Gaycon bought it for like $7 or something. Bro, there's cat hair everywhere. Jesus Christ. It's 14 euros. I mean, that's pretty cheap. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, anyway, let's start this thing, huh? So, Omori's a really fun game. I would like to prepare you. It's very childish for the beginning. Like, a lot of the beginning of the game is very childish, and it's a little hard to get through, but it's intentionally so... Sorry, hiccups. It's intentionally done so. Like, it's... I don't want to say anything because it'll spoil it. Let's read some of this, huh? Thank you for selecting the Lego Game Boy. Insert to continue. Wow. Look at that. How cool. Uncover an icon. Wow, look at that. It looks like the inside of a Game Boy. That's kind of sick, man. Power switch up at the top. Game pack slot. Whoa. Control pad. Start and select. It looks like they're wheels, but they're turned at an angle. Look at that. A and B buttons. I like that. That's cool. External power jack. Which is here? Yeah, here. Oh, you can't see my finger. Here. And battery cover. Or, I'm sorry. Couvercle du receptacle. There you go. That's French. Descubre un icono. Wow. I can speak that language. One giant leap. With appearances in numerous NES, arcade, and Game & Watch titles, Mario was no stranger to the world when he jumped onto the Game Boy for the first time in Super Mario Land, TM. Launched alongside the Game Boy's release in 1989, the game sees Mario explore a whole new world called Sarasaland as he attempts to rescue Princess Daisy in her debut appearance. I had to read something. The responsibility to translate the much-loved platform-based gameplay from the more powerful NES to the small screen fell to the same team developing the Game Boy itself, giving them precious insights on the console's potential. They couldn't have fared better. Critics and fans alike agreed that it was a giant leap forward for a handheld title, with 12 expertly plotted levels, packed with original enemies and a devilish expert mode for seasoned gamers. It's still considered a classic. Alright, now let's try reading it in this language. Un pas de Géant? Gaunt? It's French. Yeah, I know. I'm doing this for Ari. I can't do it. Apparu dans de nombres titres. I can't do it. It's not happening. I could probably do Spanish. Un gigantesco salto. Con apariciones en numerosos títulos de NES. Maquinitas y Game & Watch. Mario no era ningún. It's funny, you were basically trying to read it as if it were Spanish. I know, and so that's why I was like, I could probably do the Spanish. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. I'm terrible at French. Iconic game pack and in-game screens from the original Super Mario Land. Tell me about Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Now, this is why I actually bought this shit. Small screen, big adventure. Iconic. Wow. Released in 1993, 4 years after the Game Boy's launch, Link's Awakening was the small screen debut for the already popular Zelda franchise, adored by fans for its emotionally driven, story-based gameplay with wonderfully creative puzzles and challenges. This was the first Zelda title to be set outside of the Kingdom of Hyrule, and the first nod to feature Princess Zelda. In Link's Awakening, the titular character is stranded on an island. His only chance of escape is to awaken the mythical windfish by collecting magical musical instruments. Its place in the hearts and minds of gamers of all ages, all over the world, remains to this day. Downtown Neketsu Koshinkyoki Dokodemo Daiundokai 1992 for Game Boy. Howard, why did you just copy and paste that here? Legendary original in-game screens from Link's Awakening. Wow. And then here's a man building it. Here's a grown-ass man building it. Also, for some reason, when I bought this, I thought it was super weird. It says 18 plus. Why? The Star Wars one said like 7 plus. Why is this one 18 plus? What the fuck? No light, sound, or digital play functions. Sag. All right, let's zoom back out. Whoa. Look at that, everybody. 18 plus Lego Game Boy, huh? Yeah, dude, the Lego's gonna like moan or something. I don't know. It's the screen from Mario World has like the original Japanese images, so it's got like gorgons with titties, I guess. Because the man comes with the product and will seduce you. This man right here? No thanks, bro. Bald. He will knock in about 10 minutes. Free man. Get naked. Joke's on you, I already am. Look, here's my arm. Look, it just keeps going. There's no sleeve. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, anyway. Number 1. So how you guys doing today? I'm doing all right. This cost me $60. This game cost me $60. I don't have $60. My water's been off for 2 hours. I really wanted to take a shower, but I can't. So I took a nap instead, and then I woke up, and then I started doing this, and I called my apartment, and they were like, well, we sent you an email, and I literally looked at my email, and there was no email, and I was like, okay, well, when's it going to come back on? I really want to take a shower. And they were like, oh, well, I'll call them right now, and then I'll call you back, and that was 40 minutes ago, and they haven't called me back. So I guess my water's not coming back on, which means I can't do my dishes, and I can't take a shower. But I can play with my Legos. I can play with my Legos. My Legos. Bro living under a bridge but still buys Lego Game Boy. Yeah, I'm really close to being homeless. I think next month I might actually have to like do something about this. I might have to actually like get another job or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I really need to change my situation, man. This is really bad. By the time my lease ends, I'm going to have like negative $300. So I won't be able to move. I'll just have to re-sign my lease or something. And I really don't want to re-sign my lease because I really don't like living here. As you can tell by the water being turned off for almost 2+ hours. 07 hygiene, bro, you know it. You guys are lucky. You guys are lucky I wash my hair. It's a struggle. Moved to Hamburg, Germany. We are currently working on a free base income model. Carl, this entire time I've been watching you. You've always been on the edge of homelessness. Ari, I've been on that verge of homelessness since 2017. I have been on the verge of... I was homeless for a little while. I was homeless 2 times. I had to live on a friend's couch, or well, in their living room, on the floor, behind their couch, actually, with my cat. And all my boxes stacked around me and that was my wall, was just my boxes of stuff, for like 4 months. And then we moved into a house together with like 14 people. And then when I was in college, I didn't have anywhere to go, and they were like, you have to move out. You have to move out for a period of time and then come back. And I had literally nowhere to go. And I was like, I don't have anywhere to go. Why can't I just keep paying rent here? Like, I still have a job. And they were like, no, you have to go while we like renovate the apartments for 2 months or some shit like that. And so I was home. I had money, but I was technically homeless for like 2 months. And I lived on a blow-up mattress on the floor. That was cool. What did you say? When I get laid off, I'm coming over. Perfect. Then we can get laid together. Okay. First off, that's harassment. I read that shit. I can see your messages. That's harassment. Ari, what do you mean when you get laid off? Oh no, he's going to trauma dump now again, isn't he? No, but I am going to do this for coming to my stream and then acting that way. Anyway, let's build the Legos and pretend like Rinka isn't mean and comes to my stream and tells me what to talk about in my stream while I build my Legos. So one of the problems with Lego that a lot of people have been commenting on over the past couple years is that they've been not necessarily like dropping in quality, but rather they've been doing smaller sets for more money, right? So like back when I was a kid, I could buy a Star Wars spaceship and it would be like this really big build for like $80. Now, an $80 set is like a normal small set. This set has 421 pieces. Man, one piece too many. This set has 421 pieces, and it was $60. That comes out to be... I think that's 14 cents. 14 cents a piece. Is that right? 14 cents a piece, I think, if I just calculated that correctly. But it's just kind of like offensive that they're releasing smaller sets with less what word should I use here? Smaller sets with less complexity. Less complexity. They're less complex. They have lower detail and less like cool shit to them for more money. And so that's one of the reasons why I stopped buying Legos in my early 20s. All right, now we need one of these. And now we need one of these. What piece are we building? I think we're building the front, where the screen. Yeah, this is where the screen goes in, right? Beep, 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 beep. Okay, anyway. Now we need these two. Like, I feel like I've got to go extra slow and savor it, because this isn't really that, like, advanced of a build. This isn't really, like, there's not a lot going on here. And that's kind of, I think, why I got into Gundam. I stopped building Legos and I started building Gundams. Can you play the assembled Game Boy? Is it functional? No, but I can pretend. Derry. A lot of people are saying, like, that was actually a pretty common question on the subreddit, because I was like, I went to the two Targets looking for this, and I couldn't find it, and so I looked it up and I was like, did it really come out? And that's where I saw that at Costco it was cheaper. And somebody was like, is this functional? And a person replied to them and was like, no, but I bet you by the end of the week we'll be seeing someone with a functional mod. Ari didn't get laid off. She said, when I get laid off. Okay, now it says to insert these. But that's not in pack 1. Oh, here it is. It's not numbered. That's interesting. Oh, I forgot to do the ASMR. Hold on. Here you go. Here, we're doing bag 4 ASMR, everybody. There you go. There's your ASMR. Yeah, you can get some functional Android gameplay emulators for very cheap. I got one at some point off AliExpress. We order from the TikTok shop now. We don't order from AliExpress. We order from the TikTok shop, okay? Let's look at oh my god, they're lenticular! Whoa, can you see that shit? Yeah, that's cool. Whoa! It's lenticular! Come on, autofocus. Do me a solid, bruh. Let's look at this Zelda one. Beautiful. My favorite fucking scene. Look, she looks at you. She looks at you. Look, she turns her head to you. Amazing. What game is that? It's The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, bruh. Bro, you don't know shit about gaming, do you? Look. I'm sorry, Rink, but you don't know shit about gaming, bro. Look at that. Yo, that's fucking sick. Fuck my Chungus life. Well, this is the one we're putting in, obviously. Obviously. There you go. This Nintendo one is fucking rad, but of course we're putting in this one. I'm not even gonna pretend. Not even gonna pretend. Okay, so it goes in. Oh, it looks like they all go in. Okay, they all go in here. All right. Wow. God, that's cool. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's a part number. It's the Lego part number. It says 10114639 and 10114640. So these are part numbers. That's cool. 2025, the Lego Group and Nintendo. That's cool. I like that. Do y'all remember in the 2000s when these were really in? Like, you'd have bookmarks with this texture thing on it. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, lenticular. Motherfuckers, when you don't even know Downtown Neketsu Koshinkyoki Doko Demo Dai Undokai 1992 for Game Boy. The secret is you pretend to know everything but lie. Sorry I didn't play every Nintendo Game Boy game. Bro, there's literally only like 5 worth playing. My first Game Boy game was Pokemon Yellow. And then I think my second Game Boy game was this one. And then Pokemon Crystal. So my, like, when I opened up my case, it was really cool. I had a yellow cartridge and then a black cartridge for the original version of that, and then a crystal version, a crystal, like, clear case. And then when they came out with the DX version, it was silver. It was a silver, like, metallic looking case. Really, really cool. I wish that they would do that still, but now everything is just little black SD cards. But what if I want to learn? You liked Wario Land? That's what we used to call them, but I guess it's lenticular. Yeah, we used to call them holographic, but the actual word for it is lenticular. My coworker got promoted. My coworker got promoted at work. The one that I was talking about how him and his girlfriend would work the shifts, all their shifts together, and they would, like, not talk to me, and it was really, like, annoying and boring. Well, he got promoted, and so now they're both supervisors. So now they can't work together anymore, which is kind of good for me because, like, now I don't have to deal with. Are they less mean now? They are. Yeah, they've gotten a little bit better. I think they were, like, going through something in their relationship, and they were just not being, like, super cool, you know? But now everything seems to be better. I kind of wish I had gotten promoted. Not gonna lie to you. I kind of wish that, because, like, it's a lot more money. But it is what it is, you know? This is an interesting build. But it's okay. Simply sabotage their relationship. No, I'm not going to do that. I've done that a bunch in the past. I'm just kidding. I've never sabotaged a relationship. What? Huh? Oh. Can you get promoted in a service job even if you've only been there for a few months? Yes. Homewrecker crawl. I have, but only my own. LMAO. Bro. LOL. LMAO even. You can't use that emote. No. Not the dancing emote. Not the vibing emote. Not the rave emote. You need to use the screaming in agony. You need to use the screaming in agony emote. Give me that one. You know the one. You know the one. Crawl, have you ever played Skate or Die Bad and Rad? I think I have. Let me look it up. Oh, this was on the Game Boy. Yes, I think I did play this game. But I don't think I played the Game Boy, like an actual cartridge. I think I played an emulator. That's where I'm coming from. There you go, Howard. There you go. But thinking rave. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Oh no, I did this wrong. This goes here. Okay. And then this goes here. And then this goes here. I built something wrong. 1, 2, 3. I actually think that goes like that. And then this is supposed to go here, like that. And then this is supposed to go here, like that. Okay, there we go. So it's supposed to be flat, not up. Howard, were you a Game Boy Advance kid? Hell nah, DS. I'm Howard's dad, and he didn't want a Game Boy. Rinka, you're... Okay. I didn't get a DS as a kid. I got a DS, but I saved up for it. I bought it with my own money. Well, my own money. I bought it with Christmas money that I saved up. That's what I did. Well, luckily for you, the DS is very easy to emulate. The 3DS, not so much, but the DS definitely is. It's fine. I eventually got an Xbox. Did you see the news that the Xbox is, Xbox Game Pass is being increased by $10 per month? So it's going from, or I'm sorry, by $20 per month. It's going, no. Yeah, $19.99 to $29.99. So $10 more per month. Yeah, $10 more per month. Oh, this is the cartridge. Oh, the cartridge and a pear tree. Oh, God, I'm going to put this on so wrong, dude. I'm going to put this on so wrong. Fuck me. I'm going to practice. No, I'm just going to bite the bullet. Holy shit, everybody. I fucking hate stickers, man. Where does it go? I need to see. I need to see up close. No, Ari, $30 a month. It's $30 a month now. No, it's wrong. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That feels good. I did that right. Smooth it on. There's even a little bump. I remember when I was a kid there being a little bump under the sticker. And I don't know if that was intentional, but I feel that shit. I remember there being one. That's crazy. Man, look at this little thing. Nintendo Game Boy. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster, bro. I'm going to have to eat rice for the next month to make up for this. Carl, what do you think about the government shutdown in the U.S.? Is this, like, completely irrelevant for the normal folk? So basically, the government shuts down constantly. This happens all the time. No, we're not pulling a France. This is not a pulling of France. This is, see, the French do it when they are enacting change. It happens in the United States government when they are refusing to, like, compromise or refusing to accept a budget or refusing to do whatever. And this time it's happening because Trump, I believe, is refusing to, like, something. He's calling for, I don't want to look it up and get all political, but it's specifically Trump is causing it this time. He is refusing to do something. I can't remember what it is, but specifically it is like Trump's shutdown this time. And it's nothing like the French shutdowns. Well, maybe it is a lot like them. Maybe it's actually exactly like them. But this time, I remember reading in the news a couple days ago that today would be the first day of the government shutdown, specifically because he wants something. I can't remember what it is. He did it before with the wall. Yes, he did, because he was trying to get budget expansion. Reading the news, I try not to, but my coworkers, you know, I work at a cafe, and because I work at a cafe, usually a lot of, like, liberal young people work at cafes, and so I do hear about the news a lot. I do talk about the news a lot, and sometimes someone will be like, "Yo, did you hear about that thing?" And I'll be like, "No," and I'll Google it right there, and I'll be like, "What the hell, bro? What the helly, bro?" Sometimes you'll even get a "what the helliante" out of me, dude. Every time I look at the news, I'm just like, what is happening, bro? What is happening? Like, I try really hard not to pay attention to any of that. Wow, look at that. My game goes right here. Look. Wow. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Wow. Hell yeah, bruh. Oh, shit, bruh. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yo, look at that. Look at that, bruh. I guess the government wasn't functioning before. Man, no, it's not. No impact if you aren't government. I was wondering what the impact for the people is. That's what I asked. Okay, so typically the impact for a government shutdown is that your mail from the USPS is going to take a lot longer. You won't be able to call a lot of government functions. Like if I wanted to call like the food administration to check on my food stamps, that might be impacted. After a certain period of time, I wonder if it would impact like your food stamp card refilling, you know, because it refills every month or something like that. I wonder if it would affect that. Just a lot of stuff like that, you know what I mean? The longer that the government is shut down, the longer it takes for those things to happen. Medicare, Medicaid might be impacted over time. But I haven't really heard of like local governing things like the police being impacted. It's never directly impacted me, except for one time the government shut down, and that meant that all the government employees at the national and state parks, or maybe it was just national parks, weren't there. And so I got into Pikes Peak in Colorado for free because there was no one there. So the gate was just open. So we just drove up the mountain. But that did mean that the little store that's at the top of the mountain, at the top of Pikes Peak, when you take your car up there, was not open, and that was a big bummer because I really had to go to the bathroom. Speaking of Canada Post. Speaking of Post, you call it Post? Post is on strike again. I swear this is actually monthly. Maybe this will help them get what they want. Hopium. What do they want? The fuck they on strike for? They just deliver envelope. Howard, strikes are good. Yeah, strikes are good. Don't be a fucking scab, dude. Don't be a union buster, okay? All right, now we're on to bag 2, everybody. Time for bag 2 ASMR. Look, here's what's in bag 2. I'm going to shake it around a little bit. Give it a good little jiggle. And now we're going to ASMR the plastic, all right? Everybody likes that crinkly, crackly plastic. Why are you asking me about politics? Don't talk to me about politics. I don't want to talk about politics. There's 3 things I don't want to talk about. Number 1, politics. I see that shit. Kawat. It's arrange the pieces. It's actually one of my favorite parts for some reason. The OCD. It's the feeling of lack of control in my own life. But I have control over these little tiny plastic pieces. Like when I'm building a Gundam. The amount of effort that I put into the Gundam directly correlates to the quality. Unlike other parts of my life. I buy a high grade or a perfect grade or whatever. And I spend some time on it. And the more time that I put into it, the better it becomes. Unlike my job. Talk about these politics. Imagine these as the emote. I'm not going to imagine that. I'm not going to imagine your politics, your euphemism for politics, Ari. Get your mind out the gutter. Stop trying to make me imagine your euphemism for politics, Ari. Got me blown up on your 120-inch projector TV. trying to get me to imagine your euphemism for politics. What is that emote? Come on, bruh. Yeah, come on, bruh. If I talk about these emote politics, I will get timed out again. You'll get timed out in a couple minutes anyway. Sponge Bobble Balls. You've been downgraded to the small screen. Downgraded? I saw your message where you said that the delay was too great. Did I get downgraded, or did you have to upgrade me to faster speed because you couldn't deal with not getting me at the lowest latency possible? Caught? Yeah, I caught you. You've been... Oh, I already read that message. Where's Salty? I build these Legos, and Salty doesn't even come to the stream? I can't believe this. He doesn't even have a job. Lego. Salty. Salty. Where, oh where? Oh where has my little... Where are the lyrics? Dog? Where is my little dog gone? What is that? 7 TV emotes. You added man. Okay. I was about to say, I thought we didn't have it. I thought you were just... Or I thought we had it. You were just typing it weird. Bro is barking like he saw Makima. Bro is barking like he saw the new Chainsaw Man Reze movie. Me when I see Himeno. Chainsaw these. I will, Rink. When I come to Germany and I get your free universal healthcare, I will chainsaw those, all right? Maybe he's avoiding Gameboy Lego spoilers. What? Avoid these. Got him. Got him. Can you unchainsaw them with free healthcare? I don't know, Rink. That's a question for Rink. Somebody out there is going to watch this recording and they're going to be like, I don't like that he lays them out, but he doesn't lay them out perfectly. Somebody's going to say that. Somebody is going to stop watching because they're like, what the fuck? Why is he laying them out? And then they're going to be like, he's not laying them out right. He's not laying them out the way I would lay them out. And you know what? To you, sir, or madam, or in between them, or non them, I need a word. I need a word that's like madam or sir, right? Anybody know a word that's like madam but non-binary? I need a neutral derogatory word to use for someone acting pompous, but not madam. Maybe I should just say madam to men, women, and non-affiliates. Person? Does that have the same punch to it? Listen here, person. I feel like I'm calling them something bad. Listen here, bitch. No, it's too aggressive. It's too aggressive. I don't like it. Look at this piece. This is a weird piece. This is like coping that you grind around. Anyway. Idiot sandwich. No, I'm not like a millennial who watched too much Hell's Kitchen when I was young. I'm not a millennial that still watches The Office and can only make like 3 jokes because that's my entire humor. I'm not a millennial that like grew up on Marvel and Pokemon and pretends like they're still worth playing, or even worth paying attention to. Apparently Gen Z likes The Office too. Only the ones that have no taste. This is called a snot brick. It's an acronym. You can't see it. This is called a snot brick, or a version of it. It stands for studs not on top. They're on the side. So this would be the bottom, and this would be the top, and this would be the side. So it is a studs not on top brick. Oops. Only the vanilla girls and boys on Twitter like Office and Friends. Then they share screen caps of Visco. What is Visco? Is that like CSGO? I'm not in the know about Visco. I was a Visco boy? I bet you were. I bet you fucking were a Visco boy. Rink, you give me like basic, you were a basic like teen who grew up, and we are now seeing the like repercussions of that. God, he is so jealous. Sometimes you remind me so much of Gaycom, the way that Gaycom talks too. Sometimes. Sometimes I'll say something quippy to Gaycom, and he'll just hit me back with like, God, he's so homophobic, I can't handle it. It's so funny. Oh no. Where is Gaycom? Why doesn't he come to my stream anymore? I don't know what these are for. I don't know what these pieces are for. They weren't used in the previous thing, but they came in the previous thing. Oh, and we need these as well. So commandeth the book. Gaycom doesn't come to streams in general much. I'm going to ignore that and pretend like it's a problem with me, and pretend like he hates me specifically. Call me moved and forgot the day ones. He really did. He blew up. He's like that meme from Vine with the guy with the shark teeth, where he was like, I'm gonna blow up, and then act like I don't know nobody. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? I blame Skong for his vanishing. I blame... Yeah. Oh my god. It's just a whole bunch of these in a row. I'm just covering this plate in them. Okay, Lego. I wonder if my water's back on. I wonder if I can, like, wash my hands. Or my like, body. Try it? I'm building Lego. What do you mean, bro? There's very clearly something else. I miss typing out cum with Gaycom. You can still type it out. You can make new jokes with new people. Carl yearning for water. Orange clown creature was a premonition. What the fuck are you talking about? What that message makes literally no sense. Crawl yearning for water. Orange clown creature was a premonition. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Oh, I put too many. Oh no, I didn't put too many. I just need to put this on the back here. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Play that song that goes like beep, boop, 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 bop. Beep, boop, boop, boop. No. Beep, boop, 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 bop. It was a prompt in mini drawing game. Oh, well, I was taking a nap during that time, I'm pretty sure, which is the only thing that I do anymore. I don't have money, so I just go to sleep instead. You know what I'm talking about. You know. Like those memes that are like, you ever have water for dinner? TPG told me once, the golden era of Discord and Twitch chats was when Chaos and Gage were active a lot. I don't know about Chaos, though. TPG is just living in the past. The problem is that a lot of people love to revel in the extrovertedness of others. But then when those people leave, or those people move on, or they don't have time anymore, the people that reveled in the extrovertedness of others do not step up and fill in the talking. God forbid I leech on others' energy. Yeah, but okay, look, you can do it, but you can't complain when it's over. You can't complain when nobody else steps up to have the energy, right? I'm not as funny. You can be. It's a skill. Also, I think Ari is quite funny. Howard, not so much. But you're getting there, buddy. One day. For those who chat after. Stop complimenting Ari. She'll leave. Oh my god, you literally just covered the entire back panel. Look at this. You know what, Howard? That was pretty good. I used to be funny, circa 2019, until the accident. The accident? What was the accident? Explain. Is this like a real thing, or are we joking about your like, is this like a my dead wife joke? If you say trauma dump one more time, I'm blocking you. Not even banning, I'm blocking you. I think referring to somebody talking, feeling like they have the ability and comfort to talk about the way that they feel or think, and calling it trauma dumping is cringe and emotionally dead. There we go. Back piece done. Well, that's what stands in my Tinder bio? What? What stands in your Tinder bio? What does that mean? I wish I had like a Gameboy to, compare this to, but I gave away my Gameboy, and my Gameboy Advanced, and my Gameboy Color. Cringe and emotionally dead. You know what? I bet you get so many ladies that way. Actually, I bet you get very many of the girlies, of the goyles. What's up, Tintin? How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Everybody say hi to 1010. 1010's been here for longer than you guys have even known that I existed. 1010 has been here for longer than Solstice, longer than Salty. I think 1010 might have been one of my earliest viewers, actually. He said, wait, what? Yeah, 1010, oh, I missed to place this. Okay, so first is this piece, and then this piece. Yeah! And then this piece. Okay. And then we need one of these. Hooray! Okay, now what do? We add a little piece to the end here. Specifically, this piece right here, which we only have one of. Ta-da! Ba-ba-ba-ba. Are we done? Yeah. Yeah, bro. Look at all the pieces on the table. We're definitely done. Can somebody like come get can somebody come get your mans? Like, come get your mans. Somebody. What is that emote? So cute. Wow. Oh man. Hiya. It's Aya. I think this is the power adapter. I wonder if there will come a day when Rink is just like, I'm tired of this guy. It is the power adapter. Bram, 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 bram. I dropped the laptop that I was using to play Cuphead with Wajaz. The shift key stopped working, so I had to disable the shift key. And then I dropped it on the charger, and the charger snapped. And so I had to buy a new charger. And it works, but the laptop's like slower now. And I think I just like jiggled something around inside, and something's messed up. Guys, she's working. Don't bother Aya. Like this? Yeah, like that. Frick work. Yeah, I don't want to go to work. I work the next 6 days in a row. What is that emote? Aya at work. Oh, God. When did that get added? 3.5. And it's Bugs Bunny in prison. That looks right. That doesn't look right. No, that's right. It's like overlapping right there. But it's clearly overlapping right there as well. I'm kind of tired of Discord as well. I've been tired of Discord for years now, but I participate. I put in a lot of effort. For me, it's a lot of effort. Because I feel like I choose to be part of these communities, so I should engage in with these communities, right? Like Discord is definitely more tiring than Twitch. I feel like it's a lot more personal, you know? You have to sit there and you have to actually type and think and respond, right? I don't have to, but I keep up with, like, stuff. Bum, bum. For now, I enjoy quite a bit, but I never plan stuff like this. If I don't feel like I enjoy it anymore someday, then it is what it is. I do the same thing. When I'm done, I'm done. Join server, say nothing, read intensely, server dies. That's kind of what I was getting at earlier. People don't, they love to see the energy of others. They love to see the effort that other people put in and trying to get everybody to engage and communicate and participate and hey guys, look at this thing, look at this meme, oh, you'd love this, oh, and then they tag people and they this and they that, and then nobody ever replies, and so that person stops, and then they go like, this server's dead, nobody talks anymore. Well, me, it's always join server, talk way too much, get tired, leave. This goes here, and this goes here. Hooray! I love when it looks just like the drawing, the diagram. Whereas Crawl's Discord, I deleted it a long time ago. For the same reason as what I'm talking about right now. I put a lot of effort into it. I talked a lot. I talked about the books I was reading. I talked about the manga and art, and I would post Twitter links, and I would talk about games, and I'd be like, I'm so excited for this, and nobody ever replied. Nobody ever talked. I had a bunch of people in there, and nobody ever talked. So I just deleted it. I was like, this is a waste of my time, you know? And also, I stopped streaming for like 6 months. It's kind of like the life cycle of a Discord server. I also think that like a lot of people make Discord servers when, you know, if you're like a streamer, a lot of people make Discord servers too quickly, and like there aren't enough people in them. The community isn't tightly knit enough, right? Well, this is interesting. They just kind of jumbled a bunch of pieces right there. Where does this one go? This one goes one down, okay. And then we have this weird little Tetris but not Tetris piece. Mini server is like a nice compromise. Well, it's the only server I'm in, so I try not to compare it to anything. I'm just in there. I send messages or I don't. It's this one, yep. Gold pieces, interesting. I wonder why they decided to do gold. I wonder why they do the colors that they do. It must be based on the internals of an actual Game Boy. You need at least 10 to 20 active chatters for a Discord server to work out. I also think you need 10 to 20 active chatters for a Twitch channel to work out as well. I think, like, you can make a Twitch chat feel alive with, like, 4, but 10 is like this is an active Twitch channel. And then 20 is like, this is a Twitch channel where people are here to talk. You know what I mean? And then any more than that, it becomes like kind of overwhelming, and then you understand why people like Parky only really read messages from like their regulars, because it's like 10 to 20 regulars, you know what I mean? I feel like the most people I could possibly keep up with is probably 20. 20 is probably like actively talking, and I have to actively be reading while playing the game or while building the Legos. I feel like 20 would be like my max. Any more than that, I feel like I'd just be missing messages, which is fine. That's part of Twitch chat. When there's a large channel, sometimes you just throw messages out into the void. That's actually how I met Ari, because I was in Aggie's channel, and I was just throwing messages out into the void, and I think either I replied to her or she replied to me, and that's just kind of how it went. Because, like, I was not expecting Aggie to reply to me, you know what I mean? Like, Aggie reads the messages, but rarely replies. He's that type of streamer. And that was like just sending messages. I don't know. At some point, it stops being a stream, and it's just a broadcast. Yeah. That's how it is with channels like that are really big, where they really can't. We were in Aggie's chat, not Parky's chat. Yeah. You really can't reply. You know, you really can't. And so that's why usually you see like these really big channels, they only really reply to chat if they see like a streamer tag, like a check mark next to a name, right? Like even on YouTube with VTubers, they'll do something similar. They'll read chat, but they won't specifically call out messages. Instead, they'll just be like, how do you guys feel about that? Then they'll read a couple messages and be like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. You know what I mean? They're not really replying to individual people. But then when another streamer comes in and says something, another VTuber, they'll be like, oh, and they'll talk to that VTuber, you know what I mean? But that's because they have like 5,000 people in their fucking stream. That's what I would do. I think it's funny how some streamers have like 1K viewers, but chat is moving like 10 viewers. And then there are streamers with 30 viewers and chat is moving like 1K viewers. Yes, I think that's funny as well. I think that Twitch has a botting problem right now. Twitch has a really bad botting problem right now. Yesterday, I went into a Twitch stream, and it was recommended to me, and I was like, why is this channel being recommended to me? And it was this like very overtly sexual streamer, like that's their appeal. And I was like, why is this being recommended to me? Are they like what is this? So I clicked on it, and it was literally like 4,000 people, and not a single message had been sent in 3 minutes. This was yesterday, Ari. Not a single message had been sent in that chat in 3 minutes. So I left the stream and I said, do not I literally clicked back, I clicked the dots, I clicked not interested, and I moved on with my life. Like, it was just her sitting there. It was just her sitting there. And no one was talking. And I was like, what the fuck is happening in this stream? What is happening here? So I just left. Like, oh God, there's a reflection. Bro, I think I've never been on the Twitch front page. I go to the Twitch front page just to see, like, what is the game? What are the games that people are playing right now? What is the like, popular game at the moment? It's legit. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Can't see because of the glare. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm talking about, I think that there are a lot of bots on Twitch. There's a really big botting problem. I've never clicked on a front page stream that looked interesting to me. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't know. Like, the front page is like not a good place to get recommendations, but it is a place, cam girling to Twitch bots. Wow. That's kind of what it felt like, to be honest. There was a clip of a streamer recently that I saw on Twitter that was, this guy did like a poll, and he was like, we have 10,000 people here and only 1,000 people answered the poll. And he was like flabbergasted. He was like, that means there's like, yeah, sure, there are some people like lurking or AFK or they don't want to answer the poll or whatever. But that means like an overwhelming majority of his chat was inactive bots. Was just boosting the number of viewers. That's it. They weren't engaging in chat. They weren't engaging in anything. They weren't like that type of bot that will like at least send like spam messages or something, you know? And he was like, Twitch is so cooked. Twitch is so cooked. And I kind of agree. I kind of agree that Twitch is kind of cooked, man. I think Twitch has blown up and would never be where it is without Amazon. But I also think that Amazon has truly like made this a different kind of hell, you know? Honestly, the only reason I use Twitch is your stream / watching people play games I like. Oh, well, that's so nice, 1010. I'm very glad that you feel like this is a place that you can hang out and enjoy. I'm very happy that you're here. What? What the helly, bro? And shitification. Yeah, and shitification. I do wonder why what the normal lurker to chatter ratio is. Well, for my stream right now, it is 1-to-1 chatter to viewer. That tends to be how my stream is. I think I've lost all of my lurkers somewhere along the way. I used to have a much bigger number, but a much less chatter. And somewhere along the way, a lot of them have found other streams to lurk in, I guess. Where does this go on? Silksong changed everything? I think so, to be honest with you. Like, legitimately, I think Silksong, like, just changed. I'm still a lurker, and then you use my old emote. That's funny. You are still a lurker. I need to wrangle it back. I need to wrangle back my, this piece goes here. Look at that. Why is this? Okay. Okay. Can you rub it again, Crawl? Sure. But I'm going to do it backwards this time. Stop being weird. No. 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 I remember I moved for university, and I moved from my house with 14 people to an apartment with 4 people. 1 couple, 1 boy who had a dog, and me. And I met everybody, and I said, hi, nice to meet you. I might be one of the weirdest people you know. And immediately I was like, why did I say that? Living with others. Oh, hell no. I was like, why did I say that? And they were like, oh, okay. And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, I don't know. And then it turned out to be absolutely true. I'm weird, man. I'm weird. I'm weird, dude. Hello, I'm a freak. I'm weird. Like, I think of things in a weird way. I feel emotions in a weird way. I like, oh, look, we're putting it on now. You know what I mean? One, things to never say. 1, I am weird. 2, I am awkward. 3, I watch Twitch. Never say that in reality. Never say that out loud. Look at that. Look at that. Look, it's the back of my Game Boy. Look at that. It's even got the like right angle and then the curve edge. 3, I'm the weirdest person you will ever meet. That's literally just number 1, but more dramatic. This gives teenage girl. I think I give teenage girl. Like unironically. I think I listen to like soft girl music. I kind of do, don't I? Whatever, man. I'm not embarrassed about it. Wow, this is weird. This is a weird building technique. Look at that. What the fuck? It like slots in? No, this is wrong. No, I built it wrong. No, I built it wrong. What's happening here? Okay, this is correct. And then this piece goes on. And then this piece goes on. No. Yes, and then this piece goes on. And then this piece goes on. Okay, so now we have this. And then this. Like this. Oh, I see. Oh, that's weird. That's a weird technique right there. Huh. I can't. I'm crying. What the fuck is soft girl music? Phoebe Bridger? Who the fuck is Phoebe Bridger? I 100% feel that. Spotify thinks I'm a 14-year-old girl. What do you listen to? Jack Stauber? Tears falling down at the party. Oh, that's who that is? Tears falling down at the party. Something, something, something in the room. That song? Tears falling. Something, something, something. Man. Oh my God, there's children outside and one of them just banshee screeched. God damn. Fears don't get me started. Yeah, no, I don't fuck with that song. Bro, you just that child banshee screech, and everyone literally, they were all like making noise and playing, and then one of them screamed like that and they just stopped. There's no noise except she just banshee screeched again. God, children. This family of 7 came into my cafe 5 minutes before we closed. And they ordered a whole bunch of drinks, and I made them. And then we told them, hey, we're closing, you gotta leave. And they just didn't. And then their baby started screeching. And so I had to get my manager to get them to go over there and be like, tell them to leave. Tell them to leave right now. You need to leave. I was like, get out, bruh. Leave, bruh. Please. And then right after they left, I fucking clocked out. Went home. Beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 boop. Oh, shit, no! It's okay, I got it. Get out of this establishment right this moment, hoodlums. You need to leave. I'm weird. Rinka, do you, like, find joy in making fun of others? Is that, like, your pastime? Does it make you, like, feel better about yourself? Is this because I didn't like Enter the Void? You understand, Enter the Void was, like, one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and you recommended that. Do you like hurting other people, Crawl? No. I finished Catherine this weekend. Catherine the game? Like the video game that with the edge. Catherine with a C, Catherine with a K, and then Catherine with a Q. You finished that game? He's just German, Crawl. There's no excuse. No, the female lover of mine. Of course the game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Edge. Edge. Yeah, I love that game. That game is so good. You finished it, as in, like, what ending did you get? Because you know there's only one true ending, right? You know there's only one actually happy ending, right? Whoa, we're on to bag number 3, everybody. Catherine good ending. You mean the one where she leaves you and she becomes wait, which one's Catherine? Catherine's the blonde one. Catherine with a K is the girlfriend. And then Catherine with a Q is the DLC character, right? The expansion character, okay? I think I've got that right. I'm about to spoil the shit out of the game. The one where you move in. They're both blonde, but no. They're not both blonde. I've played the game. I got, like, every ending. One of them has, like, pink hair. Is this a Persona-like? It is in the Persona universe. It is nothing like Persona, though. It is a, it's an Atlas game. Yeah. So it has a very similar art style, and the writing is similar. It's in the Persona universe, yes. You can see the main character with the afro in the background. Tensei verse? Is it in the Tensei verse? I thought it was in the Persona verse. Hold on. Oh, it's Vincent. Catherine is a standalone, while Vincent Brooks did show up in Persona 3 Portable, but this is a non-canon appearance because this is just Atlas doing their marketing and promoting Catherine as their next game. Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm wrong. It's all Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah. Tenseiverse. Yeah, that's good. Okay, the art style was very similar. Checks out. Okay, so he's not canon. Unfortunately, Catherine is not canon to the Tenseiverse, but I guess it would be. They just don't have a reason to, like, link them together. There's no reason it wouldn't be canon. Like, it's not one of those things where it's like nothing happens in Catherine that would change the story of Persona or Shin Megami Tensei. It just is. Definitely play it, Ari. I think you would actually really like it. It's a hard game. It's a puzzle game. It's basically you are traveling. How long is it? Depending on what ending you go for, there's multiple endings. There are 3 characters. It's a dating sim. There are 3 characters that each have 3 endings. And then I think there's, like, a truly bad ending where you end up with none of them. And then there's I think it's a truly bad ending where you try to go after all of them. I'm not sure, but it's been a long time since I played it. It's been about 3 years, but maybe 4. It's not really a dating sim. Yeah, it's not really a dating sim. The story is about cheating on women. It is. The story is about cheating. The story is about cheating and being stuck in a relationship you're not happy in, and trying to force something that isn't right for you, but you think that it is because it's at least different from what you've currently got. And then the true ending is my favorite ending. The true ending is my favorite ending. I'm not going to spoil it since it sounds like Ari is thinking about playing it, so I'm not going to spoil the true ending. But it is from Catherine Full Body, the re-release with the new character. Catherine Full Body is the true ending. To be honest, I don't think it's so deep, but it's not the point. It's just fun. It is a very fun game. The most deep part of it, I think, is about like accepting others, not letting people weigh you down, and also not weighing down other people, and accepting that your idea of what true love is or what your life should look like right now is not necessarily how it really should be. As just like forcing it, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's do some ASMR. What is this? You don't like the ASMR, Ari? I won't do it anymore if you don't like it. Bro. No, this is anti-ASMR right there. You see that shit? I can't open this fucking box. What is this? An O-ring? What? Okay. You're gonna live right there, buddy. There might be boys kissing boys. That tear emote is good. Shit, it's sold. I mean, oh, cool. You're so... Oh, headphones! Look, everybody. Phones. Get this shit off of me. You guys remember that classic Twitch clip? One of the early Twitch clips that like went truly viral of Tyler 1 starting his stream and just sitting there drinking water and then going like, oh, is this shit live? And then screaming, get this beta shit off of me, and ripping his shirt off. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Or he goes, get this beta shit off of me, and then he screams and he rips his shirt off, and then he fails and he has to like pause and then grab his shirt again and then rip again. And then he just plays League of Legends. You remember that clip? Tyler 1 is fucking insane. Yeah, he is, I don't watch him, but sometimes I'll check in on his stream. Gotta see that. Look it up on YouTube. Get this beta shit off of me. Oh, that's where that comes from. Yeah, it's from Tyler 1. I don't watch him, but sometimes I check in and I like, he's still playing fucking League, and I'm like, okay, bro. And like, he's good, but like, he's also not that good, you know? It's one of those things where it's like, you're good because you put in like 10 billion hours. Oh, this has, look at this. It has a little A on it. Cool. You're special. I'll keep you over there. He was like a prototype for modern mainstream Twitch. Yeah, he's still unique. Like, there's no one really like Tyler 1. Also, he named his baby Saiyan Tyler. Sailor. Holy shit, that clip was so loud. I told you. I fucking told you he was screaming. Bro, she played that shit on her 120-inch. She played that shit on her TV on her 120-inch projector, bro. She said, I gotta watch this full screen, bro. Anyway, he named his child Saiyan Taylor. Saiyan Tyler. Sailor. Saiyan, like Dragon Ball Z. And I don't know if that's cool or cringe. I don't know. And so I'm just going to like not judge. I'm just going to let them live their life. But I think it's like a little bit like she's going to have to explain that forever. I think Sailor's not a bad name, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Sailor is actually like, I don't know. But I also just think Sailor Moon is cool. I don't know if I would name a real person Sailor Moon, though. I don't know if I would do that to them. One time a customer came into my camera store and she said her name was like Queenie or Beautiful or Precious or something like that. And I said, oh, let's go with Precious. I said, Precious? And she goes, that's what my parents did to me. That's what my parents did to me. The church I went to had a slide. The church I went to when I was very young, when I was still being forced to be Christian, had a slide. And you could pay, like, if you were good in class, you would get like a piece of paper that said, I was a good boy today. And then you would take your good boy points and you could go to the slide and you could slide down the slide with your good boy points. And the boy who was behind me did not have any good boy points, but he was like a little boy, so he didn't really know. Ooh, squish, squishy. He didn't really know. And so his mom was like trying to get him to come back and was like, you don't have enough today. You can't slide today. And he wasn't really understanding, or he was understanding, but he didn't want to understand, or something like that. And we all had to wear like pieces of paper with our names written on them. And so mine said Crawl, right? My little piece of paper said Crawl. And his piece of paper, I looked down and his name was Connor. And he was like a white, kind of like, classic white boy. And, she goes, Connor, come on, we gotta go. And I look at his name tag and like, there's two ways to spell Connor, okay? Connor and Conner, right? Bro. His name was Connur. Bro. What she did to that little boy. He's got to be like 25 now, 26. He was barely younger than me. So he might even be close to 30. He might be like 28 now. He's named fucking Conner. Bro. What she did to that little boy. Hi, my name's Connor with a U. Where? Where's the U? Bro, I felt terrible. I was like maybe 7 or 8, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty bad, bro. I thought my name was weird. My name's fucking Crawl. I thought my name was weird. I'm about to change my name. I thought that changing your name was a lot more expensive. Apparently, it's only like $25 per letter. So it's not really, like, that is expensive, but that's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be much more expensive. Crawl Upon the Earth is a pretty bad name. Is pretty bad for a name roll? Bro, now he's saying my name. Now you're saying my name is bad? But I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm going to change my name. Not on Twitch, but in real life. I think I'm going to change my name in real life. And I don't know to what. That's the problem. It's like I'm so ready. I'm so ready to change my name, and I'm so ready to spend the money. I'm so ready, but I don't know what to change it to. Howard, I'm not going to change my name to be your name. That's weird. Change it to Conor? That's awful. That's awful. That's literally a bad recommendation. I think you need a timeout for that one. Sag. John is not my name. Man, I used to want to change my name too. Then I realized it just comes from internalized xenophobia. Interesting. somebody asked me what my real life name was. And I was like, I'm not going to tell you that. And they were like, why? And I was like, because that's my slave name, bro. Like, I want to change my name. I'm not going to tell you what my real life name is because that's my fucking slave name. Aries' name is Zeno. Got it. Zeno, the warrior princess. So, Ari, that means that you have a very, like, culturally influenced name, I guess would be the word I'm trying to think of here. Like, a name that is, very dictated by historical, like it's a historical name. Yeah, non-French/English. Yeah, so like how you know someone is like Hispanic because their name is Jesus. You know what I mean? That kind of name. Non-Anglo-Saxon. It's a good way to put it, yeah. You know it's a white guy because his name is Connor with a U. I wonder how that guy's doing. I wonder how that child in my mind is doing. He was such a little boy. I had no idea that his name was Connor with a U. You know it's a white guy because his name is Howard? Yeah. Because you know his first name and last name are Howard. And his middle name is something like Fillard. So he can't go by can't go by his middle name. He's probably having this exact discussion about changing his name. Honestly, he probably already did it. He probably bit the bullet. And he probably had a long talk with his mom about, why'd you name me? You got auto-modded. You could tell the Anglo-Saxons in Quebec from their names and their appearances, though. Interesting. How white trash am I? My best friend moved and I never heard of him again until he shot somebody in a trailer park behind McDonald's. Is that real? Is that a quote or is that real? Is that real? Did that really happen? That is real Howard lore. Jesus Christ, dude. Sorry that happened. I have similar lore with my best childhood friend, but I don't know if I should tell it on stream. It's kind of sad and gross. And I don't know if it's very appropriate, but it is my stream, and my stream is notorious for being like weird and awkward, so maybe it's okay. Ban Rink preemptively? Well, he didn't ban me, Yono say. I don't give a fuck. Wow. No compassion for your fellow man that was murdered by someone. Ban Rink because if I share personal lore, Rink is going to be like, here he goes trauma dumping again. I can't handle when other people share intimate moments or emotional moments. Shake my head, bro, for real. I'm making fun of Rink. I'm sure Rink has actually been historically very, very good about this stuff. It's only today that Rink is being weird. Bro said shut up and Lego. I'm literally Legoing. Shooting being common is really Monka? Shootings have been common for a very, very long time. The only difference now is that guns are more widely available, and for some reason people are advocating for them now. Like, openly. Okay, all of my buttons, all my little pieces are arranged. No, I'm talking about sharing my personal lore. Howard said ban Rink preemptively before I share my lore. We had a huge mass shooting in Maine last year, and everybody forgot after 1 week. I love the USA. Great use of that emote. Amazing use of that emote. Very good, very funny. Very funny. Nobody has used that emote except for you. I have to shove the peg in the hole, bro. It's too tight. Look at this. It's like, God. Gotta shove it in there. Why are you saying goddamn? Why'd you say goddamn, man? What's up with the goddamn? The damn. Bro, what? 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 I don't have this piece. What are you talking about? What? It's not here. Wait. I don't have this piece. I don't have two of them. Oh, I do. They were so close to each other. I thought it was one. Oh, fuck. That's so funny, dude. Okay. All right. Oh, man. I should build on camera, huh? I should build on, like, in view of the camera, huh? So how are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? How goes your job? Or your personal project you've been working on? Ooh, look at this. Oh, we take the squishy, and then we take the red, and we stick the red into the squishy. Like that. Cereal Glad? You're eating cereal? Wow. Doing fine. Frick work. Do you think you're going to get laid off, or do you think you're going to quit because of that team? There was a big bug in my garden, and I got scared, so I'm here now. That's really funny. That's really funny. What kind of bug was it? What did it look like? I bonded with a big skunk last night. How'd that happen? How did that happen? Bonded with a skunk, huh? I've only seen a skunk in real life one time. And it threatened its butt at me, and then I left because I respected its personal space. What? Oh. Oopsie. Look, we're going to use the thing. Whoa! It was like 10 centimeters long. I literally don't even know. It's like the size of my hand, and I have massive hands. It was like 10 centimeters long. Oh my God, Harry. Grasshopper bites. One time, I observed them intensely. I found the most massive grasshopper in the basement the other day. Oh, you were, okay. Ari, I thought you were saying that his hands were 10 centimeters long. He said it was as big as his hand, and you said it was like 10 centimeters long. I was finding snakes on the farm. I miss when I would walk through the grass of my front yard, and a bunch of grasshoppers would jump everywhere. That's what I miss. I miss when I would go outside at night, and I knew it would be time to go home because I could see the, What? Oh, interesting. I know it's nighttime when the sun is down. I didn't say I knew it was nighttime, did I? Did I say I knew it was nighttime? I meant to say I knew it was time to go home. This backyard feels like a life hack. I go outside, but without actual outside. Yeah, welcome to owning property. Welcome to living on property. Welcome to why so many people are like, I just want to own some land and mind my own damn business. Area has a backyard and a basement. Area is rich. Taking note. I'm jealous of Ari's living situation. She has only one roommate, and she seems to have enough space for herself. I'm very happy that she now has enough space and she's not living in an apartment. Living in an apartment kind of sucks, man. I'm glad. I'm not doxing her. This is all stuff that she said today. Oh, this is weird. Yo, this piece is weird. Yo, check this out. So, normally, pieces have a bottom and a top. And it's got studs on the top, and the studs connect to the stud space on the bottom. But this piece is the opposite. Well, it's like it flips it. You have our studs, and we're putting this into the stud hole. And I'm reversing it. Look at that. Now this is a spot for a piece to go in. This is blasphemy. Oh, wait, I think I see. This is the D-pad. Oh, look at that. Male dongle and female socket. Interesting. Interesting way to put that. Not creepy at all. One of these? Yeah, one of these. And then one of Shmees. And then one of Schmos. Oh, wrong place. Directional shoe. Why is it called a D-pad? Yeah, directional pad. It is definitely not a dick pad. Yeah, it's a directional pad. That's it. So this is the pad, and it's directions. You up, down, you know what I'm saying? No, it's not called a dick pad. Ba-bam. I'm just guessing. Okay. Where does this go? Right here. Bro, it looks like a circuit board. That's so cool. This doesn't seem right. Something is not right here. This piece is impeding. But how? I think this is correct. So what's happening here? Why is this one space wrong? Oh, wait. You can see on here. Oh, fuck. Something's wrong. It's been oddly warm this month. Every winter is increasingly miserable. September should be cold. Yeah, well, welcome to global warming. You like your Amazon packages delivered same day, don't you? No winter. Huh? Huh? You like having high-speed internet and air conditioning, don't you? No winter. You like having a car and individual jobs and roads. No winter. That's a lie. No, it's not. It's literally global warming. It's literally global warming. Something is wrong here. I did something wrong, and I think I have to go back very far. Oh, yeah, Ari lives in Texas. Yeah, Ari lives in Texas. We've already established this. No. Ari is literally Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. How do you not know this? I'm the only one not in on it? No! I'm literally telling you the joke right now. I'm telling you the lore right now. Okay, what did I do wrong here? It doesn't look like I did anything wrong. Why are you telling him the truth, Ari? This is in the right spot. So what's happening here? Bro, I know it's not Texas. What am I doing wrong? It's true. It's true. It's true, you did. I'm gonna be so real here. I don't know how this piece fits in. I don't really know how this piece fits in, and it's kind of frustrating. Okay, let's look at the book together. So, as you can see right here, this brown piece, which is this brown piece, lays up against this brown piece. Which is this brown piece. And it's flush. And it's flush right there too. And when I put them down, it doesn't lay flat. You see? And I don't actually know why. I believe I put everything together correctly. So maybe it does just like sit on there. But that doesn't make any sense. I can see that it would lay in there perfectly. I just heard the loudest bug outside. It was so loud. Did you know that cicadas can piss like 10 times what you think they would normally? If you're standing under a tree and you feel like something wet, it's a cicada pissing on you. And I'm afraid. No, Crawl, I don't know this. Well, now you do. And now I'm afraid to go outside and get pissed on by a cicada. No wonder the Japanese hate cicadas. How much in volume? Hold on. All right, are you ready? A lot. What the hell? Yeah, apparently it's like a unique trait of that bug specifically, that they can pee like way more than you think they would. So I'm wondering, can I just like take this piece off? And does it fit? No, it doesn't fit. I did something wrong here. Whoops. I built something wrong here. But I'm really not sure what. Okay, I think I should go to bed. No. No. Stay awake. It's only midnight. You don't have a job. Bye, Rink. I've never been this perplexed. Even if I wouldn't have a job, a friend is coming over tomorrow. But yeah, I gotta lurk now. Okay, bye, Rink. Bye-bye. Bye, Rink. Bye forever. I did forget this piece, though. Yeah. You see that? Rinka didn't say goodbye to Aerie. Oh, no. You did say Aerie. I was the wrong one. I was the blind one. Wait. So if I try to put it in this way, it literally doesn't work. But if I try to put it in this way, it fits like nearly perfectly. I wonder if this diagram is wrong. But there's no way. Which means I think I built this upside down. So let's go back. Let's do it again. Let's just do it again. I did something wrong here. So let's just do it all over again. It would have only been like $10 more expensive for them to add a little Game Boy emulator in it. That would never have happened. That would never have happened. But they could have put like a power source and you could have turned it on and it wouldn't play the game, but it would like play a little like thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a little video maybe? A GIF? They could have done that. They could have put a little screen in there. Which is probably what we'll see some people do. We'll probably see some people put a little screen. But I don't know if you could fit like a whole Game Boy in there. But someone might make a Game Boy version. Like a Game Boy made out of Lego. That actually works. Okay. And then here. And then here. And then, okay. So this is, I think, the one I messed up. Right here. Okay. I think that's what I messed up, is I put it one too low. I think I put it here instead of up. I think I needed to put it up one. I don't know. We'll see. It's okay. I don't need it to be an emulator. Okay, now this goes like this. And then we have this go here. And this go here. And this go here. I tried to press the right button to turn the page. Did you see that? I tried to press it. What the hell? Okay, and then this goes here. Here. And then our little buttons. 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and then this goes here and 4. Okay, reassembled. Now there we go. All right, that was it. I fixed it. Hooray! Ba 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 bam 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 ba dum. Hooray! All right, next piece. That took forever. Now that Rink is gone, if anybody feels like oversharing, now's your opportunity. I don't want a trauma dump. It's okay. I'm just making fun of Rink posthumously. Bro, now those kids are screaming and a car alarm is going off. And I'm so glad it's happening on this side of the apartment because my car is on that side. Bro, fucking finally, my water is back on. My water was off for 3.5 hours. Jesus, man. Well, let me make sure nothing's fucked up. Hold on. Try having or thinking your water's off for a whole week. That is bad. I've had that before. I have had the water be off for a very long time before. I've also had the power be off for an extended period of time, like over 3 or 4 days, maybe. And only one time have I had my power turned off because we didn't pay the bill. Only once. No, not this piece, this piece. My water is on. I hate that when you turn the water back on and it like shoots out a bunch of air. I don't like that. For some reason, it makes me feel like the pipes are dirty. You know? It's like a weird, incorrect thing. But it's just how I feel, bro. Okay, apparently we're done with that piece. So now we move on to the next piece. We need one of these. And one of these. The longest I've gone without power is about 3 days. Water really has never gone out. It sucked. It wasn't. How long was it? This was a long time ago. This was like a decade ago. I think when I was 20. The water went out. This was when I was 19. The water was out. And I think it was like a burst main line, and so we couldn't use any water. And so I had to shower at the gym, and I had to use the bathroom. No, I couldn't shower. I just changed my clothes and I used wipes to clean my body, and I had to go to the bathroom at school at the university I was at the time. Scares the fuck out of me every time. Yeah. And that's what I did. We just did that until the plumber could finally come out and fix it. And then it was like $700 or something like that. And it was all because my stupid roommate at the time flushed a condom down the toilet. He tied a knot in the condom and then he flushed it down the toilet. And it like caused the pipe to back up with water and, you know, and then it fucking popped. And so the guy had to come down there and dig out the front lawn. And I kept accusing him. I was like, I know what you did. I know what you fucking did. And he kept going like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't do that. It wasn't me. And then he wouldn't pay. He was like, I just rent a room here, bro. I just rent a room here. Man, fuck that guy. I hated that guy. I hated him. And then he ditched out on the lease after I moved out. And I got blamed for that. And then years later, I'm eating at this restaurant, and he's a server at the restaurant. And he goes like, yo, bro, what's up? Yo, you remember me? And I was like, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Did you play Catherine Full Body on PlayStation? Yeah, I did. I played it on PlayStation, yeah. Years ago. Yeah, 1010. Yeah, fuck you. Hated that guy. He was like, yo, what happened with that apartment? What happened with that house? And I was like, man, get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Yeah, there you go. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. One day, he would drink and drive, and he would go out clubbing. And one day, he came knocking, or he called me. He called me like, it was like 3 a.m, and I had to wake up at 7 a.m. for like, I think my final exam in, I can't remember what class it was. I think it was Calculus 1. And I had to wake up at 7 a.m. and I had studied, and then I had like finally gotten to sleep because I was so anxiety ridden about this test, right? And I had finally gotten to sleep. And he's calling me. It's like 3 a.m. He's calling me over and over. What happened with the apartment I refused help fix? Yeah. He's calling me over and over and over, and I finally answer, and I'm like, what the fuck do you want? What do you want? I'm like really angry. And at this point, this is after the toilet situation. This is after the pipe burst. And he goes like, hey man, I got in a wreck. Can I park the car in the garage? And the thing is like, I paid more rent than him so that I could have the master bedroom, master bathroom, and the garage. I paid way more rent than him. And he had his own bathroom and his own bedroom. And he had monopolization over the living room. Yeah, PC post condom. Yeah. Over the living room. So I'm trying to find a platform I can use emulating a PS Vita. Was full body on the Vita? Ari, just buy the game. Just buy the game. Full body is 2019? No way. On what? Good question. Oh my god, it's making me put in my fucking birthday. Stupid sexy women. I'll continue my story in a minute. Okay. What consoles is this available on? Available on PlayStation. It's available only on PlayStation 4? No, there's the Nintendo Switch edition. Nintendo Switch, available July 7th, 2020. Yeah. There you go. It is on the Switch, but I'd have to borrow my sister's. Ooh, rough. Well, okay, here's the thing. You can emulate the Switch a lot easier than you can emulate the PS4 or the PS Vita. Just emulate the Switch. If you don't know how to do it, I'll help you later. Or if you can't find the files, I'll give you mine or something. Playing mature games on siblings' console. Yeah, just emulate the Switch. It's way easier. Anyway, I'm building a Nintendo Lego set while talking about emulating Nintendo games. But anyway, yeah, that's boast. So where was I on the story? So he goes, hey, I got in a car wreck, man. It's like 3 a.m. He goes, I got in a car wreck. Can I park my car in the garage? And I was like, yeah, okay. And so I open the garage door and I pull out with my car and I see him in his car. And he didn't get in a wreck. He rolled his car and popped all 4 of his tires, caved in his trunk and the cabin of his car, and he's driving with his head sticking out the smashed driver's side window. And he's driving, and his car is like squealing and grinding and dripping fluid out the bottom. And he pulls into the driveway, and his shirt's ripped. He's lost both of his shoes and one sock, and he's bleeding from his head, and his like lip is busted. And I was like, bro, what happened? What the fuck? And he goes, He's drunk. He's trashed. And he goes, I got in a fight at the club. And I ran away and drove home. And on the drive home, I missed my turn and I rolled into a ditch. And he didn't say it like this. He said it like a drunk, like slurring his words, barely getting words out, like laying down. I'm like, at this time, I don't know how much is him drunk and how much is him concussion. This man's going to die if he falls asleep. And so I'm like, dude, I need to call 911 because you're going to die. Like, you look like you're going to die. You're like bleeding out your ear. And he was like, no, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I don't have health insurance. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to take you to the fucking hospital and sit with you. But so you need to like call someone to take you to the doctor. I was like, you need to call your mom or your friend or something. And so he calls 911 and he goes, I got in a wreck. I'm at home. And then the ambulance comes up and he refuses to get into the ambulance. And I'm like, you called the ambulance and now you're refusing to get in the ambulance. And so a cop like goes, because he's obviously so drunk, he's so shit-faced right now, and he just got into a wreck, and they don't know if he hit and run, they don't know if he killed somebody, they don't know anything. They're like, if you don't get in the ambulance and go in the hospital, we are going to arrest you and take you in until we find out what damage you did. And so he gets into the ambulance and he goes, and he had a concussion, and he was pretty fucked up. He had like some broken ribs or something, and it ended up costing him like $6,000. And he kept drinking. He didn't have a car anymore. So his coworker had to come pick him up at 5 a.m. to take him to work because he was like the people who do the survey for land where they have like that machine where they stick the post in the ground and they use it to like GPS pinpoint the edges of land. He did that. So he had to be awake at like 5 a.m, be at work at 5 a.m. $6K is surely just for the ambulance. Yes. And I don't know how much everything ended up costing him, but it put him in debt. Rightfully so, in my opinion. And turns out the story, he remembered it like a week later. Turns out what happened was he goes to the club alone, gets drunk, shit-faced, and he starts hitting on this girl. And she's like, I have a boyfriend. And he keeps hitting on her. And then the boyfriend comes up and he smashes him across the face. And so he runs away. And then he gets in his car and drives home. And I knew the exact turn that he was talking about. There's this turn onto the highway at the university I used to live next to, where it's a really sharp turn onto the on-ramp. And you go straight through this light. Man. You go straight through this light, and then you turn, and if you miss that left turn, you go straight into the ditch. And that's what he did. He missed the turn, and he went into the ditch, and he rolled his car, and then he drove out of the ditch onto the highway, and then he crept along the shoulder of the highway all the way home. Anyway, I made like a 60 on that test. And I was so pissed off. That was like one of the deciding factors of why I left that house, because I was like, I can't fucking deal with this guy. And I wanted to get him to move out. But if he moved out, that meant I would have had to pay all the rent on my own, and the rent was way too expensive to pay on my own. Way too expensive. I was working at PetSmart. I was working at a animal store. It was either PetSmart or Petco. It was one of those. I was making like fucking $11.50 an hour. Were you a class failer? When I was an engineer, yeah. But when I transferred to art and all I did was write essays and do shows and productions and talk about my art and stuff like that, and do projects, I had a 4.0. So I graduated with a 4.0. I think I did pretty good. Turns out when you do something that you actually want to do, you do it a lot better. Who would have thought? Red brick. Apparently, I looked at my analytics yesterday, And apparently, I have run 6 hours of ads this month. I streamed so much that Twitch ran 6 hours of ads. That's crazy to me. 6 hours of ads. What is that? You just resubscribed? Thank you for resubscribing. Study business and your hardest homework is 50-word discussions. That's so lame. And then they go on to make so much money. That's so lame. Twitch has ad breaks with like 3 to 4 ads now. Yeah, it's 1.5 minutes of ads. Or I'm sorry, it's 3 minutes of ads. 3 minutes of ads every hour. 3 minutes of ads every hour. That means I streamed for over 120 hours this month, or last month, right? So 3 minutes every hour. Yeah. Over 120 hours. Wow, that's crazy. Ari, thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you for giving me your money. Thank you for thinking that my stream is worth not having ads. Business has to take finance classes, though. Those are rough, really. Finance easy baby class. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I went up to Calculus 3 and differential equations. I think finance wouldn't be too bad. It's all just formulas, right? It's just formulas. Man, this is cool. It's like actual Gameboy size. Wow. I've been building this thing for 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is a build that should not take 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is a build that should take like maybe an hour and a half. Yeah, but there's like so many rules. I took one eco class and it was easy, baby. No, I believe you, 1010. No, I believe you. There are a lot of rules and there's a lot of like, yeah, it's formulas, but it's also like, ooh, you know what I was never very good at? Percentages. I was never very good at percentages. You just have to memorize them. That's true. Today is the 33rd birthday of, today is the 60th birthday, I think, of the Flintstones, and the 33rd birthday, I think, of Cartoon Network. I was a business student. I was business student of the year in the 1 year I phoned in and didn't try. Really? That's funny. They just didn't care. That's funny. So yeah, today is I think the 33rd birthday of Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network, in my opinion, had the better cartoons. Between Nickelodeon, Disney, and Cartoon Network, 33 years and it's been dead for 15. It's true. It's true. I think that Cartoon Network really lost a lot of their magic when the only thing worth watching on there was Adventure Time, right? When they tried to do like the live action, when they tried to move away from cartoons and try to do live action only, they lost a lot of their magic. Oh, this goes right here. Oh. And that could very well be like, oh, you were just, oh, look at that. Oh, whoa, bruh. Pokemon Diamond Pearl instantly makes Cartoon Network better than any other station. I didn't like any of the Pokemon cartoons. I was never a fan of the Pokemon cartoon. I was only a fan of the early games up until Emerald. I did like Black and White, but only really because I liked our Cartoon Network was called Teletoon. Interesting. Did I say that right? Or is it more like Teletoon? That's interesting. I don't know. I've never heard of that. I thought it would just be called Cartoon Network everywhere. Did you watch Mr. Meaty Can I Google that real quick? Yes, I did watch Mr. Meaty. Mr. Meat Puppet Show using real meat. Yes, I did watch that. I did indeed watch Mr. Meaty. I had blocked that out until just now. I had blocked out that show until just now. Till just this moment. Yeah, it was a puppet show. It was kind of like in the humor of Mr. Goodburger, because it's like a fast food restaurant, but it's these two white teenage boys as puppets. Like these, like, they look like pantyhose filled with meat. And it's kind of just about like that. And the restaurant, they use like real meat, and it's like gross and it's like weird. It's a very interesting show, to say the least. Whoops. Very interesting show. My school was poor after 2008, so drama and Spanish got combined, and I did a Spanish puppet show based on Mr. Meaty. Drama and Spanish. My coworker just revealed yesterday that his high school taught Spanish, sign language, Japanese, Korean, and a French and German. His high school taught like a bunch of languages. My high school taught Spanish, sign language, and French. That's it, which in my opinion is like the normal. Like those are, most of the time it's going to be either, if it's going to be one, it's going to be Spanish. And if you get a couple other, it's going to be like sign language and French. My preppy-ass private school had Spanish, French, Chinese. We literally had no choice. It was just English. But your school was like taught in French, wasn't it? I legitimately can't see the book. Like English as a second language. Yeah, I got you. Never ask Ari where she learned Japanese. That's rude. She's built different. Yeah. The truth of it is that she just locked the fuck in. Like, that's the actual answer. She just locked the fuck in. And she was like, I'm going to get really good at Japanese. And then she did. And now she's, like, fluent. I wish I could do what she did. And the thing is I could. I could do what she did. But I just can't lock in. I'm just not goated. That's the truth. I'm just not goated. I want Ari to just beam it into my brain. The Wilt Chamberlain of Weebs. Who is Wilt Chamberlain? Wilt, like the tall, red, basketball-playing imaginary friend from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Wilt? I think if you got obsessed enough, you can log in. Yeah. I recently saw a video that talked about hot streaks. And how people, like, what is a hot streak and how do people... Oh, wow. NBA player who scored 100 points among every other record ever. Oh, wow. That's cool. Something, something, enjoy the process. Something, something, journey, not destination. That's true, Tenten. That's true. This feels like a D-pad. This feels like a Game Boy D-pad. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like it. The problem is that I don't make time for it. I don't make time for realistic dick pad. Wow. You have to go to another type of streaming website for that, Howard. You got to find that channel where no one was talking, but it was just that big titty lady. I think I couldn't do it if I started now. Yeah. If I If I were in high school and I really, really locked in high school, I think I would have had a much better time. Oh, interesting. I'm like locking the D-pad in place with these flat pieces. Wow. Up, down, left, right, left, right. B, A, where B? But anyway, I could have fully learned Spanish in high school, but quit because I couldn't roll my R's. I can barely roll my R's. I can feel that if I practiced it really like a lot, I would get it. But it's hard. It's a really hard thing, especially if you've never done it in your like entire life, you know? I don't fault you for not being able to do it. It's hard. Hopefully we all get a boost of motivation and achieve our goals in our 30s. If we make it to our 30s. If I make it to my 30s. There's no amount of practice that can make it happen. It makes no sense. Like, what the fuck you mean you can just produce this sound I've never produced? You're almost there, Carl. Just a bit more. Yeah, literally 4 more months. 3 more months and I'll be there. January 13. Wow. Cooked. It's okay, bro. I'd say this is probably... except for, like, the obvious that I am older looking, this is probably the most attractive I've ever been. So, there is, like... It's not like getting older makes you, like... If you take care of your body, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not like turning 30 is like a death sentence, you know? It's not like turning 30. Every year since 2019 has been down for me. Every year since 2019. Yeah. Every year since 2019 has been downhill for me. Yeah. But it's not that big of a deal. If you take care of your body and you keep growing as a person, your life will, you know, your 30s is not like a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And a lot of people will say that. Like, the people who say, like, life gets worse are the people who stop trying and, like, they order DoorDash every day. And the people who are like, no, the 30s is the greatest time of my life. Looking back at their life, they're like, I don't want to be 20 again. I want to be 30 again, you know? Those are the people that I think come into who they really are supposed to be. I think in your 20s you find out who you really are. And I think that's what happened to me as well. I think that in my 20s, I really decided what I was willing to do and what I was not willing to do. And I did not make it financially. I did not make it in like socially, but I did come into who I am. And this is who I am. And there's like a level of acceptance to that. I got back to daily treadmill this week. I'm locking the fuck in, bro. Hell yeah. Oh my God. That is the most hell yeah shit. Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a hell yeah in chat for Arifim? Daily treadmill, bro. So fucking sick. I love hearing about my homies taking care of themselves. Scoring big. That's what matters to me. I love when my homies score big. When they come up. So, like, I'm not upset about my coworker getting promoted at all. I'm very happy for him. I do wish that I got promoted, but I did literally just start working there like 3 months ago. So, I totally understand it. This is like a half brick. Look at that. It's like a little shorty. Hey, yo, shorty, what's good? Anyway, I think that's what your 20s are for. And I don't think I really understood that until I was, I don't think I really understood that till I was like 26. So I was like over the hump of my 20s before I finally started to realize like, do I not have K? I don't have all I don't want the alphabet. I don't want the B, K, D. I don't want that shit. But you can add ka. Do you guys know what that's from? It's from the video where she's like, "You're scaring me. Stop being ratchet." 26 is when male frontal cortex is settled, I think. I don't know about that. I know you exit puberty when you're like 21 or 22. I went to the eye doctor because my eye color changed on my 21st birthday. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you exited puberty." Oh, I did this backwards. Okay, that's right. Now we put the snot brick, or the little tiny baby. I found where va came from. This is va. That was just a video of a cat. That was just a close-up video of a cat. Can you link va? What is va? I don't even know that one. I only remember ka and ba. But ka is, look it up. It's stop being ratchet. Stop being ratchet. That's where that's from. Oh, oops, skipped a step. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bang. Oh, that's what va is. Oh, so it literally is just that video of a cat. Okay. Okay. Compress. Mine simply regresses. The 25 to 26 frontal lobe thing isn't real. Your brain keeps developing forever. That's true. Yeah. 1010. That's what I'm pretty sure. Imagine not knowing the alphabet. I used to know it. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I've grown. I've grown, Howard. You'll learn when you're older. Ba-dam. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Oh no! It's wrong! Oh no! Our table! It's broken! Bro, I'm so confused. I am so confused right now. Oh, because no, I see. Okay, I see. Vine quotes simply lock in. The alpha betas as what? What? Why are you talking about alphas and betas? Have you seen the new manosphere pyramid? Let me look it up. Okay. You can see the camera. Look at that. You can see the camera. Hi. In the reflection. Look at that. This is the new pyramid. At the top is the sigma. And then the alpha and zeta Share. I've never heard of Zeta before. What the fuck is a Zeta male? Then Beta, then Delta, then Gamma, then Omega. Omega is the bottom. It's the bottom of the pyramid. Okay, I know what a Sigma male is. I know what an Alpha male is. I know what a Beta male is. I've never heard of Delta, Gamma, Omega, or Zeta. Maslow's hierarchy of cringe. Bro, it's insane that they won't use, like, your proper pronouns, but they'll call themselves, like, a fucking Zeta male. This is just, this just my Omega verse? What are you talking about? It's so cringe. It's so cringe. They'll refuse to call you the gender that you decide that you are. They'll refuse to call you by your appropriate gender, and instead they'll call themselves a fucking Zeta male. Misogynistic astrology, yeah, that's what it really is. I hate when people are like, I hate when people use astrology and signs to like dictate personalities or dictate how they act around people. It's so fucked up. I'll do something, it'll be like, you're such a Capricorn, or you're such a Taurus. I'll lie to people and tell them that I'm like an Aquarius. And they'll be like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. And I'm like, no, it fucking doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's a literal lie. It's a lie. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. Whoa, that was cool. It's only held on by one piece. That stud right there. And you just kind of like slot it in and then click it over. I like that. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. Ba-bam, ba-ba-bam. Classic Capricorn. When a love interest asks what time you were born. No, but I like that. I like when, okay, that's different. That's different. I like when, like, the girl I'm interested in does it, because that means she's interested in me. That's different, okay? It isn't. No, that's different. No, you wouldn't understand. Yeah, I also like when girls like me. Yeah, you get it. You understand? You understand? Come on. Ari, exclamation point, vanished, and then she never came back. Is she, like, still timed out? Is she still... What's happening here? Is she dead? Is she dead? She went to the great chat in the sky. I'm trying to type something, and I keep timing her out. I kept timing her out over and over again. Oh, God. My message went away. I'm so sorry, Ari. I'm actually sorry. I didn't realize. I truly did not realize. I was like, she's fucking gone. I thought like Twitch glitched out and you were just like trapped in the manosphere. I just wanted to rant about men who dislike girls, who dislike when girls like astrology. Please rant. Please rant. Please let me know. Let me know. I don't like when it's unprompted, but like I said, I do like when, like, the girl I like is talking about it. I don't know. It sounds so stupid when I say it again. I don't like when people use the astrological signs to, like, justify my actions or be like, of course you would think that way. I don't like that. But I do like when people are like, I don't know. It feels misogynistic. Like, I know it's weird, but other people like crazy stuff too. That's true. Do you like the astrology stuff, Ari? Are you an astrology enjoyer? Wow. This is really coming together, man. Wait. What? Bro, what? There's nothing here. And then you skip forward, and suddenly there's something there. And it's like including it here. Oh, I see. It was me. I'm the problem. It was me. I'm the problem. I don't know how to get this off. There we go. Come on. No, but I had friends who did in college. One of them was really into it and bought tarot cards and stuff. That I do like that. Look, the problem is, I dated a girl who became very into it, and she was like buying crystals, and she was buying tarot cards, and she was only making every morning she would do a tarot card reading, and she would like do a tarot card reading for me over the phone, and it got to the point where it was like, you don't actually believe this, do you? You know what I mean? You don't actually believe this, do you? And she was like, of course I do. Of course I believe this. She was like showing me proof of how it was real and how it was true and how like it was going to guide her through life. And I just gotta say, man, like it was like a problem. You know what I mean? It was like a problem. And that's where I think it goes from being like funny thing to think about to you are basing your life on something that isn't real and doesn't exist. Oh, I know what's happening here. Oh, I see. Okay. I was like, why is this not going on again? I see what's happening here. Like there's thinking it's cool and following it because you think it's interesting, and then there's this is now becoming a problem. It's like a religion, I guess. Yeah. Most people want to be seen, so I don't blame people for being into astrology, but there are people who are obsessed with it, and that's weird. Yeah, the ones who are... Oh, hi, Thon. Hi, Thon. Welcome. Yeah, Thon, I stream whatever I want. And what I wanted to do today was build Lego. But some just like the aesthetics. Yeah. You know what? It is very much like a religion. Hi, Thon. I like this. Actually. This is cool. Yeah, this feels good. This, maybe not so much. This, maybe not so much. But I like this. Okay, let's continue the build. Anyway, I guess I like astrology to the extent of as long as it's funny, but as long as it's funny or endearing. I was considering doing a Pokemon card opening stream, but now Lego sounds so good. Well, you won't get very many viewers. Also, I'm Danish. I'm legally obliged to love Lego. That's true. That's true. They will literally come to your house and kill you. I know this as a fact. I installed a PS Vita emulator, got a copy of the game, got everything set up, and as soon as it launched, it crashed. I like how you did a PS Vita emulator instead of a Switch emulator. Your computer can literally handle a Switch emulator way better. Or way better than mine could. And you're like, PS Vita. I bet you'll figure it out. What is that emote? Everything's fine. It would be much harder to find a Switch copy, I think. I don't know. I've never tried. PS Vita is kind of boss, though. Yeah, it is. You can't do any of the touch stuff, though, that you could on an actual Vita. I think the PS Vita, the problem with the PS Vita, oh no, is bad batteries, bad screen, and proprietary charger and proprietary SD card. Their fucking weird proprietary SD card that you can't even find anymore. Same for the Memory Stick Duo from the PSP. So bad, dude. Old Sony loved proprietary. They sure did. I'm glad that they've moved to USB-C now. Okay, bag number 4, everybody. Give it up for bag number 4. And all my little fucking pieces that they give you that are extra. Look at all my pieces. Okay, time for ASMR. Only I could stretch a single Lego build to be like fucking 8 hours. I hope you guys are having fun. It is much harder to find a Switch copy? Interesting. If you're still having trouble after stream, I'll find one for you. I actually saw some Lego in store today and was surprised by the price. It was like $40 for a decently sized box. As a kid, I always thought they cost millions. That is not a decently sized box. You need to check the price per piece. It might be cheaper because you're Danish, though. But it is a large area of contention online that Lego has gone down in quality, down in pieces, and up in price. Oh shit, hold on, I have to go to store. He's got to go buy some Lego, everybody. Danish discount. Probably, to be honest with you. Probably. I would not be surprised. Oopsie. I remember when all the Legos used to just come in the box. And you just had to sort through them just in one big bag. Whoa, no way. You have friends who work at Lego? I want to work at Lego. I think I would love and hate that job. Ego Lego in Copia. Yeah, get me something too, man. Give me something to drink. I've got no food. Give me something to eat. I don't need food. Just give me something to drink. I wonder if this song will ever get tiring to me. Whoa. I looked up full body PC and Google AI recommends pirating it. Amazing. Classic. Oh, come back. Working at Lego is like a dream. I applied for a position in their game development division, but didn't get it. I can't imagine their game development division is actually doing very well. Well, their Batman Lego game is about to come out, and that seems like it's going to be very fun. Okay. Oh, no way. Like 90% of their games aren't stuff you see often. I had no idea. That makes sense, though. Hold on one second, everybody. Okay. Let's get back to it. Lego manually approves builds in the online racing game before you can use your car. What? What? That's wild. They have to manually approve them? No penises. No penises. I uninstalled instantly. Bro said, can't make a dick, why am I here? Bro literally said, no, my dickmobile. No, my dickmobile. No. What am I supposed to do if I can't race as a dick? Speaking of dick, little dingly do. Me when all I want is penis car, and then it's Parky crying. I have a dick hot air balloon saved in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, but that's a single player game. And you're not playing with children. It's a single player game. Dot matrix with stereo sound. No? You don't feel like it today? Okay. We'll move on then. You remember the Black Ops 2 emblem creator? I didn't play Black Ops, but yes, I do remember it. What about it? Let me guess, you made a dig. Anyways, have fun with Legos. I maybe go sleep now. It's 2:30 a.m. here. Just like Rinka. Just like Rinka. You can never trust a motherfucker. You can never trust a motherfucker. Good night, Rink. Not Rink. God. Good night, Thon. Thanks for coming by to say hi. Europeans are always so really buh. It's so true. There were some really explicit emblems, and you could copy other users, so every bookdy had hyper-detailed emblems. Yeah, that's kind of how it was with Armored Core 6 as well. I liked the Miku ones. Miku Dayo. How goes your piracy, Ari? Are you getting it to work? My cat's name is Miku. That's very cute. Did you name the Miku on purpose? Like after Hatsune Miku? Or did you name the Miku just because it's a cute name? Miku Dayo. I'm trying to get some crash logs out of this. I didn't name my cats. Oh, I see. The wife was a Miku fan. It's true. I actually just used my mouse and scrolled over that emote that Ari used because I was like, what the fuck is that emote? You love that emote, don't you, Howard? It's yours. Yeah, it's literally mine. Oh, man. I think it's a pretty good emote, personally. Mm, mm. I think that was a bad idea. It's okay. You did it. You did it is maybe one of my favorite emotes. Probably because you guys use it to fucking taunt me. Because you use it to torture me. To make fun of me. I'm not bitter. Alright, the puzzles in Catherine get really hard. They can't be as hard as getting it to work. They do get very hard. They get very hard. And the problem is that they're very stressful too. So like they're hard and you have to like be moving very quickly. But by the time you get to that, there are difficulty settings, yeah. Like the speed at which things move. By the time you get to that, you're very skilled at the game. By the time the game actually gets hard, you're very skilled. The puzzles are unique. If I tell you, it would spoil it. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Here it is. This is what I was missing. You push and pull blocks. Yeah. Edge. Edge. Say it with me, Howard. Edge with me, Howard. I'll crump with you, sweetie. Edge. Edge, right? Am I right? Did you guys see it? There's going to be a new movie. A new, Simpsons movie. I'm actually pretty excited. I think it's going to be pretty good. The first Simpsons movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It did come out when I was 11 or something years old, though. Edge. It's like this. It's like this. Right? It's like this. Edge. Edge. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. That was a cultural event. I wonder if this movie is going to be a cultural event. Like, I wonder if it's going to hit the zeitgeist. Beep, 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 boop, 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 beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. Edging on stream? I'm always edging on stream. If Salty were here, he'd let you know the truth. I wonder what this is. Is that like my item number? Like my that's my Game Boy's number? 1989-0421. Interesting. Why is it called... so 1989 was the year it was released, but why is it 0421? And why are there 421 pieces? Why is it 421? Why is it 421? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Dredge. Chicken leg. You know what, Howard? Maybe you are funny. Maybe I was too harsh on you, young one. I can't wait to go to the Renaissance Festival. You only say that when I'm intentionally unfunny. Maybe you're trying too hard. Have you thought of that? I've been told that. No. Oh, man. The wife arc needs to die. It's not funny anymore. As long as you're having fun with it. I don't want to keep making jokes that make or the jokes become uncomfortable for you. That would be worst case scenario. This is making me want to sub to Katie. This emote might be peak. Bro, you should sub to people that you like, that you watch. She's like, I refuse to buy this game, but I'll throw my money at this random streamer because her emotes are good. Buy a game I genuinely want to play? No, thanks. Oh, it darkens so much. Oh, God. Okay. Dude, it would be like buying a game and a console, or just give up and borrow the Switch. Just give up and borrow the Switch. Also, why are you not just emulating your Switch on your the Steam Deck? Isn't the Steam Deck like good at emulating the Switch? Simply buy the game and rip your own ROM. Good idea. Yeah. Simply buy the game, rip your own ROM. So simple. Guys, the pull to lose myself to an MMO is like unnervingly strong. It's mostly the ROM that's the problem. There you go, I'm done. What'd you say while I was gone? It's mostly the ROM that's the problem. You need a modded Switch, I guess, so only the first hardware version of it. That's how I'm feeling with FC26 right now. I don't know what FC26 is. He's looking it up. Making ROM hacks requires hardware? Well, for Switch, yes, unless you emulate. I don't understand how my day is. I don't know how my day is, but it's kind of shit, but still somehow got to cover before it started to pour buckets. Wow. I'm glad that there's at least some silver lining there, Aya. Why oh why my Nintendo Life magazine? Darn, hope TMR is better. What is TMR? Carl is really looking. I think I hear seagulls and ocean waves. FIFA is FC. Oh, interesting. Well, you shouldn't play FIFA or any of those games anymore because EA got bought out by that Saudi Arabian company and they totally sold out. Did you see that? That EA got completely sold out to that Saudi Arabian company. I don't know the implications of it, but everybody online is like, what the fuck? This is terrible. Have you not seen that? My chair's falling apart. The button was just coming out and stabbing me directly in the butt. I did not like that. Saudi Arabia be buying all companies. Yeah, so like a Saudi Arabian group, like an ultra-rich group, purchased EA in its entirety for like, what, 55 billion or something like that? 55 something. And it spells like complete doom for fans of EA games. Like everybody's like doom posting about it. You haven't seen that? That's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I found it for you. Oh, there's a flat brick on top. Oh, I see. Sports washing football wasn't enough for KSR. They're now sports washing digitally. Yeah, you've got it. Yeah, that's basically it. I looked at what games EA even produces, and luckily it's not games that I play. That link is so suspicious. I found it on Reddit, and I clicked on it, and it looks like a website that I would normally download ROMs from. So, I mean, download at your own discretion. But that's like what a normal website looks like to me. You just have to make sure that you download the correct from the correct link. You know what I'm saying? You can't just download one of them. You have to make sure that it's the correct one. You know? Just be careful. Download it and like just be careful, you know? Do a virus scan or whatever. Whatever it is you young people do. Oh, I put this on the wrong way. Here we go. I was like, why is this not lining up? There we go. Okay, now it lines up perfectly. Yes, like that. Yes. Payback for Ari getting you scammed? No, of course not. I would never. I would never do anything to Ari like that. Oh, oops. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we have a flat, and then we have a right angle, and then we have our little volume slider. Oh, shit! It's okay. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened. Got to support it from the back while you slide it in the front. You know what I mean? Beep, 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 beep. Up, down, left, right. B, A, start, select. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Oh, now we do the other side. Okay. So we got a 3. Come on. Come on. There we go. And then we got a right angle. And then we've got our other one of these. There we go. And it spins. Oh, it's got like a... It moves on like a quarter. So every quarter that you pass, every 90 degrees it clicks. Or there's like a bump. And it feels like it feels right. It feels right. There's a lot of really good thought that went into this. They did a very good job with this. Especially being able to have flat pieces. I found a website where the links are base 64 encoded. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about, Ari. I think. Oh, that's where this goes. Look at that. Wait, no? Like this. Oh. Look at that. Satisfying. Oh, it was literally the next piece to go on. Okay. Okay, we have a right angle. And then we have this little thing. Don't know why that's there. And then we have this little thing. Contrast. No. Volume. And then external connector. That's what that is. Okay. Oh, it slides. Hell yeah. Guys, I think I'm done. I think we're done. Bro, did you see that shit? My AC turned on and my camera disconnected. What the hell, bro? Okay. Thank you, Ari, for gigantifying for 30 pennies. What's up with this? I think I fucked up. And I think I put the wrong sticker on the wrong game. I think I was supposed to put... I think I fucked up. Oh no, this is the base. Okay, everything's fine. Okay, I'm not cooked. I'm not cooked. You're cooked. All right, it's our last ASMR, everybody. Should ice a knee that feels like it got dislocated and relocated? Yes. Icing it will reduce swelling, Aya. You should also stay off of it for the night. Definitely, if you're working, don't continue to work. I would recommend at least taking a break. When I dislocated my jaw, I yawned really hard, and I dislocated and relocated my jaw in like one movement, and I couldn't open my mouth for a couple days. Wow, this piece is interesting. As if you could see it. At home now, but it hurts. Definitely ice it. Stay off of it. Don't put any weight on it. And if it continues to hurt, you might need to call into work tomorrow. And if it continues to hurt, definitely go to the doctor. And I'm not talking sore. I'm talking like you can't put weight on it. There's a lot of pain. Soreness is okay. But I'm not a doctor. Definitely go to a doctor if it continues to hurt you. I hope you feel better. If it happened at work, file an injury. It just hurts when bending. Well, definitely at least give it a day. At least give it a day. But that does make sense. You probably strained a ligament. Okay, let's get to building this, huh? How's your emulation coming, Ari? You getting it to work? It's in progress. Well, you have about 5 minutes until this stream ends. So you better hurry. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's sick. Oh, yeah, that's sick. Why is your internet so bad, huh? How's your internet this bad? What's happening? I found it on a Discord? What? She's like, I don't trust your website. I'm gonna download it directly from somebody on a Discord. Ain't no way. Look, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, you want the Japanese version. Oh. Oh, she's a weeb. Oh. Caught. Telegram ROM hack. You just need to download this. You just need to download this app, and then we'll authenticate you. You just need to PayPal me 300 USD, and then you'll be authenticated. Any chance I get, I'm like, ooh, I can practice. You know what? That's actually the right thing to do. I'm sitting here shit talking, and your Japanese game is literally so much better than mine. What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, I did this wrong. I shouldn't have put the sticker on this one. I'm going to see if I can peel that sticker off. I think I might have fucked it up. That's really upsetting. I jumped the gun, and it's my fault. It's my fault. This is the inside of the Zelda game because it's got a lot more shit going on. This was the first game, so it doesn't have as much. You know what? Maybe I could just... You know what? I don't need to peel it off. I can just take this off. Yeah, fuck yeah. There we go. Oh my god, he's gonna break it. No, I'm not. Everything's fine. You're gonna break it. Oh, it's got a... I see. Oh, that's what this is. This is a battery. This is a save state battery. That's what this is. That's why it's so shiny. Look at that. It's a soldered in save state battery. The English VA is actually really good, at least in full body, is what I would say if I was trolling. No, the English VA is good. What are you talking about? What do you mean if you were trolling? The English VA is actually good in Catherine. I thought it was done very well. What do you mean if I was trolling? Oh, trolling about you dropping a piece. Oh, okay. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. Oh, is this darker? No, it's the same. IWIWSIIWT is what I would say if I was trolling. You millennials love your acronyms, don't you? And it's hard to see, just like a regular Game Boy. It feels about the same weight as a Game Boy. It's the same thickness. I'd say it's a little, the edges are a little sharper, but I mean, it's Lego. It's nice. Yeah, it's really good, man. It's actually a really good model. It reminds me a lot of my first Game Boy, which wasn't a Game Boy Pocket, but was a Game Boy Color. But it's good. It's good. I think it's going to go really well next to my... oh, it's even got a slant right here. I didn't notice that. It's even got like a little curve right there, so it fits in your hand. I would have wished these were actually a grill, but it's a printed on whatever. But I like it. The only thing I don't really like is the... I think that it's very... I think they have a lot of ingenuity here, but it doesn't seem right. It like sticks out a little too far. I would have rather they just had a new piece of rubber, but it's okay. Headphone jack right there. Missing from all the new phones. Terrible, terrible tragedy. Edge, 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 edge. Maybe I'll play Catherine on stream. Not now, but one day. I've played it too recently. I really like that. Look, they set theirs up just like me. You could tell. You could tell I was making a thumbnail, couldn't you? It's a pretty good thumbnail, don't you think? It's not bad. When chat goes away, that means that it's thumbnail time. Looks fabuloso. Wow. So clean. It looks clean, but Spanish. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed 3.5 hours of me building a Lego set. And if Rink were here, he would say, and trauma dumping. I hope you enjoyed that. I had a good time. This was worth the money. This was pretty fun. I had a really good time building this. I don't know why they put 0421 right there. I don't know why. I think that's just how many pieces there are in the set. But it could be maybe how many games there were for the original Game Boy. I don't know. I don't know. But I have no idea. It's perplexing. But I'm glad I built this set, and I'm glad I played that game. I'm glad I played that game as recently as I did. Oh shit, you can see me. That's funny. Hello. Feels good to have this finished. All right, everybody. That's it then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.